Hi guys, binary options trading again and again. I am today here with a quite simple video and you can use it as a base and then add some indicators. So maybe it's going to be useful for you because some of my latest videos were quite complicated and I want to be useful for all type of traders that are here. And for those who are more experienced, you can actually just give me some advices about the strategies because sometimes, you just stick to some indicators that you are used to and do not choose something that can actually open some, open new ideas for you. So let's start with the trading today and see how it's going to be for us. The God is market. And we are proceeding as we love it and changing here the period to 1 minute. And here is going to be the first bet that we're gonna make. Here's the currency pairs. I got some question about the currency pairs, about how to choose the stable one. First, I just choose all with the biggest payout, and then, of course, you just check the situation. And I told you a few times before that actually this is the main thing and sometimes the hardest thing, just to choose the situation. And there's like a 30 seconds candles is going to be for us. The first indicator is going to be vortex. I've used that before. And the second one is going to be fractal. This strategy is quite simple, quite nice and easy actually. This is how our chart are gonna look. I was actually, now sitting and thinking about making maybe some videos about the process of choosing, but for a lot of followers, it's gonna be not efficient, not enough because, okay, you choose that, show how you been, and these videos are gonna be so huge actually if I choose to show, all the process of trading. So let's go next and let's proceed to the first bet. So it seems to me that some of this or the type of the strategy or maybe the same strategy I actually used before, but the market is changing, the periods are changing, and what I want to tell you about the fractal, and I used to tell that before, I'm pretty sure, that with the fractal, this point showing us the end of the trend, and that was the end of the trend of getting downward, and now we are expecting that the whole chart are gonna be getting upward. And you may see with the vortex, it is showing us that there's gonna be some upward movement. So let's go. And here we just perfectly see there was a tiny orange candle, but we can perfectly see that now we are just in the process of the arousal, and with these two simple indicators, just the end of the previous trend, vortex showing us the trend is changing because there was the crossing. Remember about this crossing of the lines. This is what is actually important, and this is an opposite trend, and we made it just even in the middle of the trend and got our profit, and it's still continuing. Let's go next. So what are we actually seeing here? So with the fractal, it actually showed us that was the end of the upward trend, and we still haven't seen, any fractal that's showing us that this is the end of the downward trend, but I made my bet for an upward movement. And why? Look at the vortex. It actually haven't been crossing each other, all these lines quite a while ago, and we are expecting that it's going to be like that. And you may see now with the fractal, but I just entered a little bit before, a little bit earlier than we actually have seen that point. But this is about the intuition. Let's check, was I right, was I wrong, and then let's see how it's gonna be with the indicators later. So, and actually see, that situation is not perfect. It's a little bit tricky because I was actually predicting what is gonna be going on, because I was predicting that the vortex are gonna crossing each other and changing, and with the fractal, and I entered not only in the beginning of the trend, but just like a while before. But actually this strategy can help with this type of situations also. So what we actually seen here, I honestly by no quite reason made a mistake because I didn't color the fractal line also with the green. And here it actually, the trend just ended. It was an upward trend and it just ended. With the vortex crossing each other, we are expecting that it's going to be a downward trend. And you may see the next fractal is just on the next candle. And that means actually high volatility situation. And the trends are going to be changing quite fast. But anyway, we played here with all indicators, just hoping that it's going to be working out. Here, like 20 seconds left, and by now we are losing, but let's check how it's going to be after this 20 seconds. It may change just drastically. So, as I told you, actually, we are just falling down. And actually here, we were playing for the common trend, that these lines are going to be crossing each other, and you may see now that it crossed again. It's actually quite unpredictable in that case, but with that high volatility I told you before, and the timing is super important, the luck, I don't know, just the guessing, the intuition, and the time frame, your period that you are actually choosing. And you may see at that chart the high volatility, the highest one, I just started. So what we are seeing here, what kind of situations are we having here? I am making my bet with the two bets. And again and again, with the fractal, it has ended. With the vortex, we are actually expectant and we are seeing that they are just closing, and we are entering, safely with the upward bet, and let's see how it's gonna be. So it seems we are far away, just in the clouds. We are just in the sky, and this is this super safe situation for us. The timing is correct, and this is the 30 seconds candle. Don't forget about that. The strategy is for 30 seconds, not 15. And this was just perfect. And already I started with the $250, and I'm having $2,700. But at some cases, before you just saw that it was with the high volatility, this strategy is too simple. So be attentive. So we can see at this chart that it's quite stable. And at the peak, actually, we just reached the peak, and we are expecting that it's going to be the change of the trend. And just look at the vortex. So what we actually seen, this last candle to what was just the end of the trend, and we are expecting that this is gonna be just the peak, and the chart are gonna get down. So let's see how it's gonna be, and I'm already seeing this, like a huge orange candle, and feeling better in that case. Let's check. So check what we have now. The vortex a little bit playing with us, a little bit saying that we're gonna cross, but we are not. But it actually just look like it's gonna be the moment of crossing, and we were just right in time. We were playing, you may see it, like my bet was just a little bit in advance, so expecting that this, the whole behavior of the chart, and maybe in that case I would actually add some, moving average or something like that, with a like average and a middle period, just to see how the whole chart moving. But actually in that case especially, it's quite visible. But if you want to just make it more convenient for you, you can add it or try to add it. It may show you the whole tendency, in the big chart. So for today, that's done. So it was easy, but the strategy may be so easy, but the market may be not so. As I told you before, if it's too simple for you, try to use it as a base, try to fix it, try to, add some indicators. And first of all, just have to know, that something is missing. Try to trade it, and then you may see, especially if you trade not for the shortest periods, for some long periods, that I am missing some, some key indicator here. I want to know more about that and that volatility, or maybe the long period. And out of it, you may add some indicator, to help you, especially with this strategy. So if there is something unclear, all that I'm helping in Telegram, mostly here on YouTube, but you better go just to my Telegram and text me, because it's more convenient, with my phone I can text you back easily. So all the links below this video or in my bio, all of that. And we are just staying tuned.